That layer is like 1700s, early 1700s, right? But if this was some sort of a road, then maybe they were hauling something up there. So Gary and I were down here detecting to see if we could get any evidence. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that can get lost in and amongst those rocks from the enrichment of one's pocket thanks to the fact that they chased their treasure hunting dream while setting off on several different business ventures. To those who may only be in it for the thrill of the treasure hunting mission, here's how the Oak Island crew finally got paid after selling money pit treasure. When one looks into the mystery of Oak Island, one can see how it was easy to capture the fascination of viewers worldwide. We can all remember searching for one treasure or the other as we were growing up, and as such, we can appreciate the likes of the Lahaina brothers and the Curse of Oak Island crew. We've all watched as they dedicated their lives to searching for the treasure that is rumored to be hidden on this island. Although it may look like they were set to join the long line of people who have failed to find this treasure, it looks like this captivating crew may have finally come across the reward that they had all been waiting for. This entire treasure hunting journey truly began when Prometheus Entertainment made contact with the Oak Island crew back in the 2010s. They did so with the intention to create a TV series based on the treasure hunting adventure that the Lahaina brothers and their crew were already on as they attempted to recover the treasure that was rumored to be hidden on this strange island. Once the parties signed the contract with the A&E network, a contract that was worth $20 million, the Lahaina brothers got to work on the series by serving as directors, executive producers, and the on-screen talent as well. That is after investing their own personal funds into the project, thereby showing that they were all in and they were going to achieve their dreams one way or the other. With all these resources in place, it was fair enough for the Lahaina brothers and their collaborators to be able to achieve some level of success in the first season of the Curse of Oak Island TV documentary series. The show was so successful that it earned renewals that span across several seasons. It even allowed for the birth of the spin-off series Beyond Oak Island. All these highlighted the fact that the powers that be were right to bet on the Lahaina brothers. They were so right that they were able to ensure that the show stayed for about 11 seasons so far, all of which allowed for almost 200 episodes in the last decade or so. Thanks to the fact that the Lahaina brothers were able to televise their adventure to the world, we have been able to appreciate the wins that the Curse of Oak Island crew has enjoyed during their adventure on the mysterious island. As the show ran, one could notice that Rick Lahaina was earning the respect of everyone who was involved with the production of the show. As such, Rick not only featured in the show as an on-screen character, he also eventually assumed the roles of director and producer for many of the 200 episodes of the show. As if that wasn't impressive enough, Rick and his brother Marty also began to make guest appearances on several shows such as The Late Night Show with Stephen Colbert. As a result of this success, Rick realized that his net worth grew to an impressive $10 million by February 2024. On the other hand, Marty was able to use his abilities as an engineer, producer, and entrepreneur to earn himself a net worth of about $110 million. Although he had made a lot of money in engineering, natural gas energy, and the show, Marty also gets a pretty penny from his real estate investments, especially the two expansive estates that he has back home in Kingsford, Michigan, and Cleveland. As if that isn't impressive enough, he also owns property in places like Las Vegas and New York. As such, one can see how Marty has been able to carve a successful and lucrative career for himself over the years. That isn't to say that he didn't come across some issues while he was finding his way to success. He has had his fair share of animosity, especially when it came to issues that were born due to his connection to the oil and gas sector. Apparently, Marty had told Randall Sullivan, the author of The Curse of Oak Island, of the many conflicts that he had due to his work in the oil and gas industry. What this tells us is that although one may have money, that doesn't mean that they are devoid of problems. Considering all these headaches, one may see how Marty may at least be getting some solace from the fact that his son, Alex Lahaina, is also making his way in the world of reality television. Not only was he part of the cast of The Curse of Oak Island crew, but he has also become one of the main men on the show. This says a lot about the young man who was born in 1987 in Traverse, Michigan. Once he was able to get to the island with his father, Alex was adored on the show thanks to his appearances. On the show, he too was around as the team unearthed several artifacts that could be dated back to many centuries ago. As such, one can see how the Lagainas are heavily invested in solving the mysteries of this mysterious island. Ever since it hit our screens back in January of 2012, this show has been on hand to follow the Lagina brothers and their crew as they gave their all so that they could find the treasure that is rumored to be hidden on the island. For the last 7 seasons, Alex has been contributing his expertise to their effort in the 51 episodes that he appeared in, and he has shown how important his background as an engineer is. Not only is he able to contribute to the excavation exercises that take place on the island, but he is also able to help with some of the important discoveries that have been made in the course of the show. If anything, Alex's presence and contributions on the show give us some insight into the many talented people that are working to succeed where many others have failed for more than 200 years now. That said, it may be fair to say that the mysteries of Oak Island alone may have enough to draw anyone in without the contribution of the Lagina brothers and their crew. Without them, the Curse of Oak Island TV show may have been able to survive based only on the combination of the historical fascination with what happened there and the many relics that can be found there. However, one must remember that for the show to be what it is today, the personal dedication and expertise of the Lagina brothers and many of the members of the crew played a major role. Much like the rest of the members of his family, Alex also has a diverse portfolio, which contains his involvement in several different business ventures outside of what he does on Oak Island. For example, he is the general manager of the family's vineyard and a contributor to a wind turbine manufacturer. Even on Oak Island, he is involved in other business ventures as he is the overseer of the Oak Island Tours Company, a company that gives treasure hunting enthusiasts a first-hand experience of Oak Island and its many secrets. As such, it seems as though Alex is doing very well for himself as he's been able to develop a net worth of about $50 million. Some of this money may have come from his participation in documentaries such as The Curse of Civil War Gold. If anything, this shows that the love for treasure hunting runs through the veins of the Lagina family.